Why do some women look effortlessly current in the simplest outfits, while others look slightly stuck in the past? I've learned it often comes down to one overlooked detail: your shoes. Today, I'm showing you the 2026 spring and summer shoe trends that subtly but powerfully update your entire look. And don't miss the end, because I'll share the one shift I made that changed everything for me. Now, the first style I've been reaching for, more than ever this season, is woven and perforated shoes, and I'll tell you why. There's something about that subtle texture that instantly softens your entire outfit without trying too hard. If you've ever felt like your shoes look a little too heavy or closed off in warmer months, this is usually the missing piece. I notice it especially when everything else feels right, but the shoes make the look feel slightly dated or stiff. The moment you switch to something with a bit of openness, everything just feels lighter and more current. What I really appreciate about the 2026 versions is how refined they've become. These are not the overly busy woven shoes from years ago that leaned too casual or overly intricate. The newer designs feel cleaner, with smoother leather and more intentional patterns that don't overwhelm your outfit. It's that balance between texture and structure that makes them so flattering, especially if you want something that feels modern without chasing trends. They give interest without demanding attention. From a comfort standpoint, this is also where they really shine. The slight breathability makes a difference, especially in spring and summer when fully closed shoes can feel a bit heavy. But beyond comfort, they visually open up your look, which is incredibly flattering. It creates that easy, relaxed feel without sacrificing polish. And that's something I know a lot of us are looking for. Something that works without overthinking it. The way I've been wearing them lately is a little different than before. Instead of pairing them with very casual outfits, I like using them to soften something more structured. For example, I'll wear woven leather flats with crisp white ankle-length trousers and a soft sky blue button-down shirt. It creates this beautiful balance between tailored and relaxed, and the shoes are what make it feel effortless instead of rigid. If you're trying to update your look without replacing your entire wardrobe, this is one of the easiest places to start. Just switching your shoes to something with a bit of texture can completely shift how your outfit feels. It's subtle, but it's powerful. And once you try it, you'll start noticing how much lighter and more current everything looks. Moving into something a little more elevated, let's talk about espadrille wedges, because yes, they're back again, but they look very different this time around. I used to be very selective with these because older styles could feel bulky or a little too casual, but the 2026 versions feel more streamlined, more balanced, and honestly, much easier to wear. They've kept the comfort we love, but refined the shape in a way that feels much more flattering. One of the biggest struggles I hear is finding a shoe that gives height without feeling unstable or uncomfortable. Thin heels aren't always practical, especially for everyday wear, and completely flat shoes don't always give that lifted look some outfits need. This is where espadrille wedges really come in. They give you that height, but with a grounded, supportive base that feels secure when you walk. It's a very wearable kind of elegance. What makes them feel current now is the simplicity. I personally avoid versions with too many ties or overly busy straps. Instead, I go for clean designs, like a soft leather upper, a neatly wrapped wedge, and minimal detailing. That simplicity is what makes them feel modern instead of overly styled. It's one of those small adjustments that makes a big visual difference. Lately, I've been pairing mine with a flowy midi skirt in a soft terracotta shade and a fitted ivory knit top. The wedge adds height, which helps elongate the silhouette while still feeling relaxed enough for daytime. It's the kind of outfit that looks intentional but doesn't feel overdone, and the shoes play a big role in that balance. If you've been unsure about wedges in the past, this might be the time to revisit them. The newer designs are far more flattering and much easier to style. It's one of those pieces that quietly pulls your look together while still being incredibly comfortable. And for me, that combination is always worth it. And this next one is where things start to feel really polished, the modern slingback. This is one of those styles that has always been around, but the updated versions for 2026 feel much more intentional. If you've been holding on to an older pair, you might not even realize how much the shape has evolved. And sometimes it's these small updates that make the biggest difference in how current your outfit looks. The biggest shift I've noticed is in the silhouette. The toe shapes are cleaner, either softly pointed or slightly squared, and the heels are lower and far more wearable. It's not about height anymore, it's about proportion, and that's what makes them so flattering, especially if you want something that feels elegant without being too formal. They add structure in a very subtle way. I also find that slingbacks solve a very specific problem. There are days when you don't want to wear sandals, but closed shoes feel too heavy. This sits right in the middle. It gives you that coverage while still feeling open and light, which is perfect for spring and summer. It's one of those styles that just makes sense once you start wearing it. Recently, I've been styling mine with a knee-length tailored navy dress and a slim leather belt. It's a simple outfit, but the slingbacks elevate it instantly. They add just enough sharpness to make the whole look feel more intentional without overcomplicating it. And that's really the goal, effortless, but still refined. If you're looking for one shoe that can quietly upgrade multiple outfits, this is it. It's versatile, flattering, and incredibly wearable for everyday life. And I've added links of good products in the description box below, so if you want to try the ones I personally love, you can find them there. Now, let's ease into something that feels incredibly simple but has had a major upgrade: elevated slide sandals. I used to think slides were just something you throw on for quick errands, nothing you would build an outfit around. But the 2026 versions are completely different because they feel more structured, more intentional, and surprisingly polished. If your summer shoes have ever made your outfit feel a little too casual or unfinished, this is exactly where the shift happens. It's still easy, but now it actually looks styled. What I've really noticed is how much the design details matter here. The newer slides have wider, smoother straps, often in soft leather or suede, and the soles have a bit more substance. That added structure gives the shoe presence, so it doesn't disappear into the outfit or look flimsy. It's a subtle change, but it makes everything feel more balanced. And when your shoes feel balanced, your whole look does too. From a comfort perspective, this is one of the easiest styles to wear. There's no adjusting straps, no worrying about buckles, you just slip them on and go. But the key is choosing a version that feels supportive, not overly flat or thin. A slightly cushioned sole or a gently contoured footbed makes a big difference, especially if you're on your feet throughout the day. It's comfort that actually feels considered. What I've been doing differently is using slide sandals in outfits that are a little more elevated. For example, I've been pairing mine with tailored knee-length shorts in a soft beige tone and a tucked-in crisp white shirt. The slides keep the look relaxed, but because they're more structured, the outfit still feels pulled together. It's that mix of ease and intention that makes it work. Another thing I've learned is to pay attention to color. Instead of defaulting to very dark or overly neutral tones, I like choosing shades like warm caramel, soft taupe, or even a muted olive. These colors still go with everything, but they add a bit more depth and interest. It's a small shift, but it keeps the look from feeling flat. If you've been relying on the same casual sandals for years, this is one of the easiest upgrades you can make. You don't have to change your entire wardrobe to feel current. Just switching to a more refined slide can instantly update your outfits. It's simple, but incredibly effective. And once you start wearing them this way, you'll realize how versatile they really are. They work for everyday errands, casual lunches, even slightly dressier daytime plans. It's one of those styles that quietly fits into your life without needing much effort. And honestly, those are always the pieces I end up wearing the most. Now this next trend might surprise you a little. Refined Mary Janes and grown-up ballet flats. I know these are styles many of us have worn in the past, and maybe even moved away from. But the 2026 versions feel completely different. They're more structured, more intentional, and far more flattering. This isn't about looking youthful, it's about looking modern. And there's a big difference between the two. What changed is the shape and construction. The newer ballet flats aren't flimsy or overly delicate anymore. They have a bit more structure and hold their shape better. Mary Janes, on the other hand, now come with cleaner straps and more refined silhouettes that don't feel overly sweet. It's those subtle updates that make them feel current instead of nostalgic, and that's exactly what we want. One of the biggest concerns I hear is that flats can sometimes feel too plain or even a little aging, but when the design is right, they actually do the opposite. A slightly squared toe or a softly almond shape instantly makes the shoe feel more contemporary. It adds just enough edge without making it feel trendy or hard to wear. It's a very wearable kind of update. Lately, I've been styling my Mary Janes with straight leg ankle jeans in a deep indigo wash and a lightweight knit in a soft blush tone. The structure of the shoe balances the casual feel of the denim, which keeps the outfit from looking too relaxed. It's a simple combination, but it feels very intentional, and the comfort level is exactly what you want for everyday wear. For ballet flats, I like choosing versions with a slightly thicker sole or a subtle detail like a delicate strap or a contrast trim. These little elements give the shoe more presence without making it feel busy. It's all about finding that balance between simplicity and structure. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Another reason I've come back to these styles is how easy they are to walk in. There's no break-in period, no balancing, no discomfort. You can wear them for hours and still feel comfortable. And at this stage, that's just as important as how something looks. If you've written off these styles in the past, I would really encourage you to take another look. The updated versions are so much more flattering and wearable than what we remember. It's a quiet shift, but it can completely change how your outfits come together. And now, moving into something with a little more presence, let's talk about block heels. These shoes have become my go-to for everyday elegance, for a reason. What makes these styles work so well is the stability they offer. If you've ever struggled with thin heels or shoes that feel unsteady, this is such a welcome change. You still get that bit of height, but with a solid, supportive base that feels secure. It's a completely different walking experience, and that confidence in your step makes a difference in how you carry yourself. The key here is choosing the right shape. I stay away from overly chunky or overly detailed versions and instead look for cleaner lines and smoother finishes. A well-balanced and streamlined block heel can actually look very refined. It's all about proportion and simplicity. When those are right, the shoe feels modern instead of bulky. Recently, I've been wearing a pair of low-block heel sandals with a midi shirt dress in a soft sage green. The heel gives just enough lift to elongate the legs, while still feeling comfortable enough for all-day wear. It's one of those combinations that looks put together without feeling restrictive, and that's always the goal. Another thing I've noticed is how these shoes ground an outfit. They add a bit of substance, which can be really helpful if your look feels too light or unbalanced. It's a subtle way to anchor everything without adding bulk, and visually, it makes a big difference. So now I'm curious, have you tried block heels recently, or are they still something you're unsure about? I'd love to hear your thoughts and what styles you've been loving lately, so let me know in the comments below. Now let's move into something that sits right in that sweet spot between relaxed and refined, backless loafers and polished mules. These are the shoes I reach for when I want to look put together, but I don't want to feel restricted. There's an ease to them that makes getting dressed feel simple, but the structure in the front keeps everything looking intentional. If you've ever felt like your casual shoes lean a little too casual, this is where that balance shifts. It's effortless, but it still looks like you thought about it. What really makes these styles work is that contrast between open and structured. You have the backless design, which feels light and easy, but the front of the shoe is usually tailored and clean. That combination is incredibly flattering because it gives your outfit shape without adding heaviness. It's one of those small details that changes how everything comes together. And once you notice it, you'll start seeing why some outfits feel more polished than others. From a comfort perspective, these are very easy to wear day to day. There's no bending, no straps, no extra effort. You just slip them on and go. but I always look for pairs that feel secure enough on the foot, not too loose or flimsy. A slightly structured sole and a well-shaped upper make all the difference. It keeps the shoe from feeling sloppy, which is key for this style. Lately, I've been styling backless loafers with full-length straight-leg trousers in a soft charcoal shade and a lightweight cream blouse. The shoe adds just enough structure to balance the relaxed flow of the outfit. It's one of those combinations that feels very natural, but still looks refined. And because the heel is open, it doesn't feel heavy or overly formal. For mules, I like using them to elevate more casual pieces. A simple pair of dark wash jeans with a crisp striped button-down instantly feels more intentional with a polished mule. It's a very easy upgrade that doesn't require you to rethink your entire outfit. The shoe does most of the work for you. Another thing I've noticed is how versatile these are across different settings. They work just as well for everyday errands as they do for casual lunches or even slightly dressier occasions. That flexibility makes them a really smart addition to your wardrobe. You get both ease and style in one piece. If you're looking for something that bridges the gap between comfort and polish, this is one of the best places to start. It's not complicated, it's not overly trendy, but it makes a noticeable difference. And those are always the pieces I find myself wearing on repeat. Before we move on, stay with me, because the next section is where everything shifts. If you've ever struggled with sneakers feeling too bulky or too casual for your outfits, what I'm about to share might completely change how you see them. And this is where things get really interesting: sleek sneakers and the rise of what people are calling sneakerinas. Now, I know sneakers have been around for a while, but the shift we're seeing in 2026 is all about refinement. Bulky, heavy styles are slowly stepping aside, and in their place, we're seeing slimmer, more streamlined shapes. It's a much more balanced look that works beautifully with everyday outfits. And honestly, it feels like a natural evolution. What I've realized is that bulky sneakers can sometimes throw off the proportions of an outfit, especially if you're wearing something more tailored or feminine. They can feel a bit too heavy, which makes the overall look less cohesive. Sleek sneakers solve that problem. They're lighter, lower profile, and much easier to integrate into different styles. It's a subtle change, but it makes a big visual impact. And then there are sneakerinas, which I'll admit, I was a little unsure about at first. The idea of blending a sneaker with a ballet flat didn't immediately sound practical. But once I tried them, I understood why they're gaining attention. They give you the comfort of a sneaker with the softness and femininity of a flat, which is a combination many of us have been looking for. The way I've been wearing sleek sneakers lately is with a soft midi dress in a muted blue tone and a lightweight denim jacket. The slimmer shape of the sneaker keeps the outfit feeling balanced instead of bulky. It's comfortable, easy, and still looks very current. And that's really what most of us want in everyday dressing. For sneakerinas, I like pairing them with ankle-length tailored pants and a simple knit top. They add a softness to the outfit without making it feel too delicate. It's a very wearable way to bring something new into your wardrobe without stepping too far out of your comfort zone. And they're surprisingly versatile once you start experimenting with them. Another thing I appreciate is how practical these styles are. You can walk in them all day, travel in them, run errands, and still feel like your outfit looks intentional. That combination of comfort and style is what makes them stand out. It's not about choosing one over the other anymore. If you've been hesitant about sneakers in the past, this might be the version that works for you. The updated shapes feel more refined, more flattering, and much easier to style. It's one of those changes that doesn't feel drastic, but makes a noticeable difference in how your outfits come together. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love this next one, where I'm sharing the secrets behind choosing between skirts and dresses, and more importantly, 6 summer skirts that always look better in real life. It's all about understanding what actually works on your body and in your everyday routine. If you've ever stood in front of your closet wondering which direction to go, this will give you so much clarity. I'll link it right here so you can watch it next.